morning children. So today we are talking about class 4 science lesson, care and protection of plants and animals. Yes children, last time we have done about plants, we have done lesson about animals also, how we should take care of them, what kinds of animals and plants we have in nature, and how do they give you food and how they help you out. The same way how you are supposed to look after the plants and animals. So today we are learning about care and protection of plants and animals. Human beings and animals depend on plants either directly or indirectly for the food and shelter. Moreover, plants and animals are interdependent. So last time I explained to you children, what did I explain? That when a plant is eaten by a goat, the goat or the sheep, the small animal can be eaten by an animal like a big animal like a tiger or a lion. So we all have to depend on plants. But at the same time, plants and animals also interdependent. They depend on this for the food and for the other kind of food. So unless a goat will not eat the grass, that means it is depending on the plants. And the lion or tiger will attack the goat and eat it up. So basically, even the lion and tiger will be needing a goat or a sheep to eat this grass. So indirectly or directly, they are interdependent on each other. So animals and plants depend on each other for the food. Even the human beings also. We also depend on plants also and animals also for our food. Animals will give you milk and eggs and so forth, meat and everything. And plants will give you crops, fruits, vegetables and so on. So you have also, like a human being, have to depend on the plants and animals for your food. The same way, in this lesson we are learning how they are interdependent. So that means we have to take care of them because they are going to give you food. So if you don't take care of them, you will not get food. Yes children? So this is what you have to understand. We know that plants prepare their own food. And this process is called photosynthesis. This you have studied in the 2nd standard also, 3rd also. So with the help of photosynthesis, a plant can make its own food. So plant will not need how to prepare the food. The animals and the human beings have to prepare their food because they can't prepare. So they have to depend on the plant to get their food. So children, what we are going to learn is utilize the part of the plant, the part which is where the plant grows, and it will give you fruits, vegetables, stem part, leaves part. Every part of the plant is very useful to a human being or maybe an animal also. So what happens? We utilize the part that is food which is stored by the plant into their stem, leaves, in the roots, in the fruits, in the flowers. So we have eaten the different varieties or parts of the plant. The same way animals also like to eat the fruits or seeds and everything also. But all this is done due to photosynthesis. So when photosynthesis takes place, these plants give you so much air also to breathe in. Yes, during photosynthesis, oxygen is released and carbon dioxide which you have given to them is utilized by the plants. So a plant will produce food also and oxygen also for you. This is very important for human beings and animals also. So children, a plant can give you lot of foods and air. That means if a plants are there, you are able to get food and you are alive, including the animals also. Even the animals will directly or indirectly depend on the plants. You need the plants to survive, to live alive, whether it is for oxygen or whether it is for the food. So to maintain the balance in nature, that means you have to have a balance. The plants also should be very well enough, and the other humans and animals also should learn to coexist. That means they should be able to live together in nature. So you have to have a balance between both and protect both the plants also and the animals also. This is very important because you need them for living alive or being survive for the future also. So you need the plants also, you don't need the animals. So how will you look after them? When you want a certain food, you have to take care of them. Yes or no? Like in your house, your mommy, she has to take care of you. She'll be cooking, cleaning, everything in the house. And when she cooks food only, you'll be able to eat. So if mommy doesn't cook the food, at least daddy should know. But if he doesn't know, what will you do? Exactly. So children, we have to depend on the plants and the animals, so we should learn to take care of them. And if we look after them properly, you will keep on getting good food and oxygen also. So definitely you should look after them. So what we are learning in this lesson is how do we protect the plants and the animals. Plants gives us food, pure air and wood also. Plants maintain the oxygen and carbon dioxide balance in nature. So the plant is giving you oxygen, you are giving carbon dioxide to the plant. So you are helping each other. Same way animals also. The animals also are giving carbon dioxide, even they take the oxygen from the plants. So they also help in this oxygen and carbon dioxide balance. You have to have a particular balance. You cannot have a small little oxygen and more of carbon dioxide. It will be very difficult to breathe. So you need plenty of oxygen and you need plenty of carbon dioxide. So each of them help each other. Yes, the animals and the human beings will help the plants and the plants will help these both. So this is called a balance in nature. So forest, what do the forests do in our nature, in balance of nature? Yes, when a lot of forests are there, the water vapor from the plants will go up, form clouds and you get rain. Yes, so you cannot cut down the forest if you want very good lot of rain. And why is rain important? When the rains fall only, fields will grow, crops will grow. Yes, then only you will get food. When there are no rains, food will not grow properly, you will not get food to eat. So forest is important because they will bring rains for you. Have you understood this point, children? Next, forests also help to prevent floods and soil erosion. So when lot of rainwater or lot of river is flowing from the top Himalaya mountains or big mountain area, from a high area to low area, what does it do? It will cause floods. All the villages will go down in the water and all the soil will get washed away. When soil gets washed away, crops will not grow properly, and due to floods, houses will go down and they will die. So that area will not be very good for the soils also, for the crops also. So this is the bad part also and the good part also. The forest will prevent, it will stop the floods. So that way they are safe, and soil erosion also is stopped. So that means soil will not flow away in the flood water or in the river water. That way soil will be preserved, you can grow crops. Forests also maintain the optimum temperature. Due to forest, you have lot of humidity, children, lot of water vapor. It will keep the whole area very cool because of the forest. So it will keep up the temperature of the whole area, surrounding area. Lovely cool air you will be getting. So care and protection of plants is very important. So first important thing what you have to learn is how to take care of the plants. Then you will be learning about the pests and insects, the bad weather, the forest, the animal, the domestic animal, and finally you will be learning about how to preserve wildlife. All this is coming under the care and protection of plants and animals. So first we will talk about how to take care and protect the plants. Watering and manuring. So children, you have to water the plants. If you cannot water, you should wait for the rains to water the plants. This way the plant will get sufficient water. Even for the fields also they need lot of rainwater. So manuring, you can use cow dung and so many other manures also for the plants to grow. So watering and manuring is very important for the plants. Plants need water for the growth and to stay alive. So timely watering is necessary. You have to give water in certain time. Plants need minerals for their growth. So minerals are there inside the soil. So manures should be used to the soil as and when necessary. So sometime in the soil there might not be proper minerals for the plant to grow properly. So you can add cow dung, you can add urea, phosphorus, potassium. These small chemicals are there which can be added in a natural form for the plants to grow well, so that you will get your rice and wheat and all the crops. So plants should be maintained in such a way that they have plenty of water also and they have manuring also. And sunlight also is very important for the plants. Without sunlight there is no photosynthesis. So if plants do not get enough sunlight, they lose the green color and they become very pale, very light green and dried up like yellow leaves, and they will not grow well. So if they don't grow well, you will not get your food. Yes. So children, so plants need lot of sunlight, children. then only the photosynthesis takes place, food can be produced by the plants, and you will get the food also, even the animals also. So human beings and plants get food because proper watering and manuring should be done. Next we will talk about the pest and insect. So when the plants are growing, there are some insects and some pests, they are called. They will sit on the plant and they will start eating the fruit part or the flower part of the plant. Then you will not get fruits properly, means rice will not grow properly, the vegetable will not grow properly. You must have seen sometime in the TV also they show the pests are eating so and so plants. You can see them. So you can see the picture which is provided for you. Pests and insects cause a lot of damage to the plants. So pesticides and insecticides should be sprayed on the plants to protect them from the pests and insects. So in the farm you will see some person putting a mask and taking a big cylinder and spraying some medicine. Yes, this is very important so that the small insects will not eat the plant and the plant will grow in a healthy way. So they have to spray a pesticide and insecticide. This is things which can kill the pests and the insects and let the plant grow in a nice healthy way and give you a lot of crops. If they don't put this or they don't spray this, the insects will eat the plant and you will hardly get little rice or little vegetables. The insects will have the food, you will not get the food. So they have to use this. The only thing is nowadays what is happening is they are using the pesticide and insecticide in a nice organic way. So this is also very good for us. Protection against bad weather. Now bad weather also is very important because rains are there, it is falling in time, manuring is done properly and crops are growing. But sometime when there are heavy rains or floods are there or when no rain is there. So how to protect the field or the food which you have, the plants, against bad weather? Yes, this we cannot say anything. Plants have to be protected from extreme heat also, extreme cold also and extreme rains also. We arrange for a grass roof over the plants during summer. So when you have a big field during summers, you can put a tent like structure. That's called a grass roof over the plants during summer to protect them from heat. During winter, plants can be protected from frost by keeping them in a greenhouse. A greenhouse maintains an optimum temperature. So you have a glass type greenhouse or some transparent wall type hut is made, or a big tent like thing is made for a very long area where you can grow crops and you can protect them from cold, because inside the hut or the big greenhouse a temperature can be maintained. That way the crops need a certain temperature for them to grow. If it becomes very less, the plant will not grow properly. So such greenhouses are helping for the plants to grow in a better way when there is bad weather of heavy cold, heat or rain. You can protect them for a certain time. So this is how you can protect the plants. Next you can see about forest. How can the forest be protected? Because forest is very important, it will give you rains. Forests are the wealth of our country. But in our country, forests are being cut down to make space for buildings, agriculture and for the firewood. So when you destroy a forest, you will not get rains in that area properly. Yes, it happens like that, children. So what you have to do, we should not have deforestation. That means cutting down the forest is called deforestation. That leads to ecologically imbalance in the nature. So when you cut down the forest, that area will not get proper rains, plus the birds and animals living on the trees in that forest will become homeless. They will start spreading out and go to villages and everywhere to hunt for food, because forest is their house, their home. They get plenty of food, helping each other. The animals also, bigger animal will eat smaller animals, and in the jungle you will see a lot of birds, everything. They will be all destroyed. So deforestation should not be done. You should not cut down the forest. So we have to take care and protect the forest, because they provide us with many useful products. The forest will give you wood, paper pulp, rubber, honey, fruits, flowers, fuel, medicine, spices and animal fodder. Yes, we get a lot of things from even forest also. There is a specific need for protection and proper utilization of the forest. So we should protect the forest, so that way all these things which we are getting will not be destroyed. Steps to be taken to protect the forest. What should be done? Trees should not be cut down. We should protect forest against diseases caused by bacteria and virus. We should protect forest against fire. Yes, during the summer, sometimes forest will catch fire. We should take up reforestation programs like Vana Mahotsav and social forestry. Have you heard about Vana Mahotsav, children? I am sure you must have heard. This program will help the people to plant trees in large numbers. The government helps them. You will get free plants, lot of free plants. Children, school children, college children and people in the villages or whatever it is, wherever you are having empty space or maybe mountain area or something where there are no trees, you can go in that group provided by the government and plant trees on the mountain, on the empty area. The government is giving free plants. So this is Vana Mahotsav, seeing that lot of trees are growing in empty spaces and you will have lot of forest area, so you will get plenty of rain and other forest products. So Vana Mahotsav is very important scheme done by the government. This program will help to have more forest. Wherever there is no forest, you can have a forest. Plant trees. So children, this is very important for you. Next we will talk about is the care and protection of animals. So you have animals also and domestic animals also. So first, how will you look after the animals? Just like the plants, animals also need care and protection. Yes. So at present, the life of some animals is in danger. In the jungle, there are some animals which will be dying. Nobody will look after them. Like if proper step is not taken, these animals may disappear from the earth. There won't be left any more tigers or any other animals. Just like the dinosaurs. Did you hear that there are thousands of years ago there was dinosaurs? Yes. So most of the animals are dead now. That means they have become extinct. So these animals are extinct now. So when it is called extinct, so these animals are extinct nowadays. Dinosaurs are extinct means they no longer are available on the earth. They are dead. So the same way was happening to the tigers also. So people started protecting the tigers. The government also did so many tiger protection programs. This is how you can save the animals. Deforestation means cutting down the forest also affects the existence of the wild animals. When you cut down the forest, the wild animals have no place to go. You have destroyed their homes. So they have to go to villages and other places and maybe other jungles to live and survive there. So you have to take care of the forest so that the wild animals will survive there and you can get so many things from the forest also. So protection of domestic animals. Same way, just like wild animals have to be protected, even domestic animals also have to be protected. If you visit a poultry farm or a dairy farm, you can observe how the animals are taken care of because they also need care and protection. Domestic animals need good food, safe drinking water and shelter. They must be given the required quantity of food and water. For example, a cow should be provided with 25 kilograms of fodder, grass and all that, and 27 liters of water per day. Yes, a cow can drink so much of water, 25 kgs of fodder and grass and 27 liters of water per day. You have to keep the water and food ready for the cow. So when it is eating and drinking happily and healthily, it will give you more milk and you can get plenty of milk products. Yes. Domestic animals also should be kept in good shelters to protect them from heat, rain and other natural calamities. The shelter should be kept clean. So wherever the sheds are there, wherever the stables are there, they should always be kept very clean because they also get diseases like the human beings. There will be virus, there will be bacteria which will be attacking the cows and the goats and the hens. So they should be taken care of with clean environment, clean food and water. So when these animals also get diseases, the sick animals or the diseased animals should be taken to a veterinary hospital, children. A vet is a doctor who looks after the animals. So when they go to the veterinary hospital, they are given treatment there. The doctor or the vet will vaccinate the animals. So they will give them vaccination also even when they are born to the cows and the mothers. The waste of the domestic animals like the cow dung should also be properly disposed of. In the domestic animals are not looked after well, then that will also affect the health of the animals. So the cow dung and the waste, whatever waste products come from the animals, they should be taken away from there immediately, and the whole area should be very clean and neat. So that way the cow dung can be again used for some other manure purpose or anything, but it should be clean immediately. Then what else do we get from these domestic animals? We will get milk also, eggs also, and meat also. So if you eat a diseased animal's milk or eggs or meat, you will also get disease. So you have to protect these domestic animals so that when they are healthy, they will get healthy food, milk and meat, and when you eat them also, you will also be healthy. So this is the reason we have to protect the domestic animals, take care of them and give them proper health and shelter and everything. So children, see that the shed and everything is very clean, the water and food also should be in very good conditions. So you have to understand that looking after the domestic animals also is very, very important. Along with this, you have to understand is there is a jungle or a forest. So what is there in the forest? You have other wild animals also. So what are you supposed to do? So what we have to do? We have to preserve the wildlife. So you have tigers, you have lions, elephants, goats, sheep, deer, everything running inside the jungle area. How will you look after them? Then what did we understand? So how you have to take care? It took millions of years for a wonderful world to evolve. Yes or no, children? So many millions of years ago, there were forests, there were land, and how the animals were living. Animals and plants form a part of our world. Yes, we do need them. They are already there on the earth as nature. They are considered as our natural health. So they are part of the earth and they are very natural. So we should look after them. It is our duty for one and all, for everybody to protect this natural wealth. Because if the plants are there, the forests are there, the animals are there, we also are alive, breathing the oxygen and alive with the food which they give you. So government has set up many national parks. So children, you have heard about a national park? I am sure you must have heard. What is a national park? And you must have heard of wildlife sanctuaries. So children, these are the places, the national park and the wildlife sanctuary. This is done by the government. So government has set up many wildlife sanctuaries and national parks to protect the wild animals like lions, tigers, etc. The government has done this. It has passed a law to protect our wildlife. So that means nobody can kill a wild animal. We must respect the laws meant for the protection of the wildlife. So nobody can allow or hunt animal and kill them. The government will put them into jail if you kill a wild animal. So zoological parks, have you heard about that? Wildlife sanctuaries and lot of crocodile parks, tiger projects and bird sanctuaries have also been set up by the government to prevent from becoming, so that the animals will not die and they can be prevented from becoming extinct. So sometimes one type of animal is killed, so much hunted, and then finally there is no animal left. That means that animal has become extinct. The same thing happened because of tigers also. Some people killed tigers so many that slowly there were only 5 tigers or maybe 10 tigers left. So slowly they preserved and opened a tiger national park. That is the way they looked after the tigers so carefully that slowly the tigers became double and double multiplied, and now we have sufficient tigers. But still tigers cannot be hunted. So children, government has passed a law that wildlife should be protected. So for the wildlife, you have so many varieties of zoological park, wildlife sanctuary, national park where the tiger project has started to save the tiger. Then you have crocodile parks where lot of near the river, lot of crocodiles will be there. You can go and see them. And there are bird sanctuaries, even the birds, everything will be protected. But all this is done in a natural environment. A whole jungle area, forest area is taken into account. Whatever the animals and birds are living there, outside you will see a very big fence surrounding that area. You can enter that park and you can see, but you have to be very careful. You have to go along with the park people. They will show you the whole thing and bring you back. All the animals, birds or whatever is living there will be living in a natural habitat or the natural home-like atmosphere which the animals will have. That way you can protect the animals also, you can protect the forest also, and people can go and see this also. Yes, the government has done this to have a project where these wild animals and wild forest and jungles also can be saved. The protected places of these wild animals and birds are called wildlife sanctuaries. So they are given a name called wildlife sanctuaries. The most important wildlife sanctuaries are the Kaziranga Park, National Park, the Kaziranga National Park, which is there in Assam. Yes, when you go to Assam, please visit this. You will find a lot of animals there. The same way you have the Hazaribagh National Park in Bihar. Yes, different places have different parks and forest area. The Bandipur National Park in Karnataka. The Kanha National Park in Madhya Pradesh. The Bharatpur Bird Sanctuary in Rajasthan. Lot of birds you will see, beautiful colors. They all come to that area, they will sit there, they will hatch eggs and then they fly away after some time. You can see lovely birds there, bird sanctuary. Then you have the Madhumalai National Park in Tamil Nadu. You have the Corbett National Park in Uttar Pradesh. Yes, children, see that in your future, in your coming time, you are able to visit at least one national park. You will be understanding so much about nature. So children, today we are completing this lesson about how to care and protect about the plants and animals. Children, this is a very important topic. So now what do we learn? We have learned that human beings and animals So children, today we have learned that the human beings and animals have to be protected. How do they look after each other? How do they interdepend depending on the plants? So human beings and animals depend on plants for their food. This is what we have learned today. Green plants prepare their own food by the process known as photosynthesis. This also you have understood, children. Plants need air, water, minerals, sunlight, etc. for their proper growth. So we have to give them proper manuring, proper water and everything. Pesticide and insecticide are sprayed on the plants to protect them from pests and insects. Yes, children. So forest provide us with many useful products. So we should preserve and look after the forest also, take care of it. Deforestation, that means cutting down the forest, results in decrease of forest area and wild animals. So when you cut down the forest, wild animals also will go away and there will be no rains also in that. Deforestation is very bad. So you have to grow plants. People plant trees in large numbers during Vana Mahotsav. Yes, during that time you can plant lot of trees. This is a government program, Vana Mahotsav. And the protected places of the wild animals and birds are called wildlife sanctuaries, children. This is very, very important topic. So please try to visit any wild sanctuary if it's possible. So you can see a jungle or a forest and all the animals and the birds in the natural home. They will take you carefully, show you everything, all the park people and bring you out of it. So children, this is a very, very important lesson where how it will tell you that if you protect your plants, animals and human beings will look after each other, take care of each other, we will be able to get enough air and food and we can survive. So if we have to survive on this earth, children, we have to take care of the plants and the animals because our life depends on them. So human beings and animals and plants, we are all interconnected. We help each other. Because of that we are alive on this earth. So you get plenty of oxygen and food, and they are also should be there to protect. So look after them very carefully. See that you are looking after the nature or the earth very well, and we will be happy and living on the earth for a long time. So plant more trees, children. Thank you.